This is a Do You Remember special from Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I'm the Big D, and this is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Back with the fourth and final part of my Do You Remember special series on the now defunct UPN Kids blog. Yes, now, of course, this time around, this is the final part. Now, of course, UPN Kids originally ran for a full hour when it first started. When it started with Space Strikers and Techno Man. Then it expanded to 2 hours where it aired the animated Jumanji, The Mouse and the Monster, The Incredible Hulk, and Bureau of Alien Detectors. The third year, it continued with new seasons of Jumanji and The Incredible Hulk. Plus, they had a final season of Sweet Valley High after it had been in syndication, as well as Breaker High, but all those went bye-bye. By 1998, and well, the block was no longer saying UPN Kids is open. Anyway, after that, in early January of that year, the network began discussions with Disney, owner of rival network ABC, to have the company program a daily 2 hour children's block for the network. However, attempts to reach a time lease agreement deal with Disney were called off 1 week later due to a dispute between Disney and UPN over how the block would be branded and the amount of programming compliant with the FCC's educational programming regulations that Disney would provide for the block. So apparently, UPN then entered into discussions with Nickelodeon, which they were both owned by Viacom. But UPN had an agreement with Saban even before Disney had officially got that. So they programmed they got them to program their Sunday morning block for at least one more year. And thus the block was now reborn as the UPN Kids Action Zone, where it aired former programs that were mostly shown on rival network Fox, including the X-Men and Spider-Man series, both of which had just been canceled by the network, as well as other former shows from the Fox. Oh yeah, and also the Saban Billboard series, which I have yet to talk about, and the Fantastic Four and Iron Man tunes that were both formerly in syndication. Plus, they also got the NBC hit from 1981, Spider-Man's Amazing Friends, after it had not been seen in a long time. Yes, so apparently they eventually got their chance to provide us with that. Now, you know I've talked about all these shows, the Fantastic Four from 1994, the Iron Man 2 from 94, X-Men, Spider-Man's Amazing Friends, and Spider-Man. If you haven't seen my Saturday morning TV logs of those shows, check them out. Now, Billboards has yet to be talked about, but rest assured I will talk about that. I'm currently actually watching the show, as a matter of fact. Well, anyway, during the time in March, the network resumed discussions with Disney, and the following month, the company of Disney agreed to develop a weekday Sunday morning, well, both weekday and Sunday morning block for the children's network. Well, and by September 5th of 99, UPN Kids was no more and was soon replaced with Disney's 1 2, similar to their Disney's One Saturday Morning block. And apparently, this was to be their next big thing. After their former hit syndicated block, the Disney Afternoon had just gotten canceled 2 years prior. So apparently, that but soon they changed it to Disney's Animation Weekdays. So apparently, for the next 4 years, it went on for 4 years on the UPN Kids, well, changing the UPN Kids block to that. Anyway, as the Disney's 1-2 block took over on September 6, 1999, after UPN Kids aired its final bit. Now, compared to the format of their one Saturday morning block on ABC, 1-2 varied in that instead of incorporating hosted segments, short segment gags from the series featured in the block, such as the Deke produced Sabrina the Animated Series, and Doug, which was formerly a Nickelodeon series, now revived by for Disney, and Recess, all of which, along with a few other series, were originally airing on the one Saturday morning block at the time. Now, of course, of those shows included, aside from those, Hercules, the animated series, Pepper Ann, Buzz Lightyear Star Command, The Legend of Tarzan, and The Weekenders. Of course, The Weekenders was the last series to come to the 1-2 block. When the block was changed to Disney's Animation Weekdays, all they had was just 4 series, which of course were Recess, Buzz Lightyear Star Command, The Legend of Tarzan, and Digimon Frontier, which was transitioned from the final schedule of Fox Kids, which that was no more on 2002 as they went to become the Fox Box. The block continued until August 31st, 2003, with the time periods given back to UPN's affiliates, and this left UPN as the only Big Six broadcast television network without a dedicated children's programming block, and for the rest of its existence through its shutdown on September 15, 2006, leaving the WB on their own. As well as joining PAX TV, which discontinued their PAX Kids block in 2000 as one of only 2 major commercial broadcast networks without children's blocks. However, PAX, which had recently rebranded to Independent Television, which is now Ion Television, in June 2025 would reverse the course with the introduction of Cubo, which launched this on the same day as the shutdown of UPN. Additionally, some Fox stations declined to carry the 4 Kids TV block, which passed on that block to an affiliate of UPN or the WB or an independent station, in order for the Fox affiliate to air general entertainment programming or local newscast. Now, however, you may know UPN was not the first of the networks to remove children's programs. You know, NBC ended up being the first network to do that way back in August of '92 when they launched their live action block for teenagers called TNBC. And we kept keep going for the next decade through an agreement with Discovery Kids. And of course, in the years since the block was continued, all other major networks, including the CW, sister of the big three network CBS, would gradually abandon children's programming by selling their respective children's blocks to Lynn Entertainment, who produces primarily unscripted EI content, educational and informative programs targeted normally at teenagers, but having an older demographic overall by ratings and what have you. Yep. So anyway, now you know about the loss of UPN Kids and what have you. Now some of these shows can still be seen. Now all these shows I've mentioned, most of them are currently available on Disney Plus, including the Fantastic Four as and Iron Man, plus Spider-Man the animated series and X-Men the animated series, and possibly a few others. Maybe not all of them. Maybe some of them. Beetleborgs, of course, is currently on. I believe YouTube has them, but more recently that show has now emerged on Tubi. And now I'm just giving you a heads up on that a little early because even though I have yet to talk about the show, I'm giving you a heads up on that just for the fun of it. just in case you've missed out on this, because now, of course, that little bit did include both series, both Big Bad Beetleborgs and Beetleborgs Metallics. So now you know about the history of UPN Kids and how it just died, didn't last as long, and soon became Disney's one too. Now you know the rest. So what did you think? Do you think this could have kept going if they had tried again? But, well, you just give me your opinions if you like. Leave them for me in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, and you know the rest. And next time, I'll be bringing to you my review. I'm decided to go ahead and review horror early. I'm going to do a horror film early. I'm going to celebrate 25 years of Urban Legends Final Cut first. So if you like, check out some of the other vids in this special. In the upper left hand corner, you can check out the first part of this. In the upper left right hand corner is the first of 4 parts for the second half of the run. Or you can go to the bottom left hand corner and see part 3 where I talk about Breaker High. Of course, the first part of this, the first half of part 2 is on the Jumanji animated series. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc. As well as Do You Remember that I'm your guide. Thanks for watching, and there will be more Do You Remembers to come down the road. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying see ya.